Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Control the Foundation. I've rebalanced the audio pretty significantly. Hopefully the voices will be way louder without the combat sounds being much louder, so I won't have to try to shout over the gunfire. We'll see. Let me know if it works. Let me know if it's working. Let me know if it's still not enough. I am not at all sure where we are. This is the room. We had entered this room briefly, right before the end of the last one. Well, this whole place is just real creepy. Also, I don't like that there are so many gaps in the ceiling. Something about that makes me feel unsafe. This is gonna sound crazy or like a bit, but I want you to know that I mean it. When I say this, I'm actually telling you the actual truth. I have kind of a thing about giant birds. Like, I know it's not a rational thing. Oh.
Not sure she's ready.
I'm here, aren't I? I saved
Jesse,
her once,
that's a recording.
I'll do it again.
Jesse, I'm sure that's a recording. You can't talk to that. We're gonna listen to that full message in a second here. But I just feel unsafe when I'm in a situation where I could get eaten by a giant bird. I know it sounds stupid. Okay, listen. I've lived in the city for all my life. Well, city or city adjacent. For part of my life, I moved out to a place that's far away from most... It was a city itself, but it was very far away from most of the other cities I've lived in. And getting there required a 2-hour drive through an area that was mostly just, fields. And out there, I had this I constantly, when I was out there, had this terrifying sensation that if something were to come down from above, there would be nowhere for me to hide, you know? In my imagination, I'm a field mouse, I guess. And it's just, it's very upsetting. Anyway, it wouldn't have to be a giant bird. It could be a giant bat or a dragon or something. Imagine whatever version of this you have to imagine to make me sound like less of a baby.
I've served under 2 directors. 3 now, I suppose. Trench and I worked our way up together. We made it through the tough cases, the bad days, the casualties. He was the epitome of a good agent. Smart, decisive, selfless. Then he picked up that damn gun. Becoming director is a formal process overseen by the board. Lots of ritual and mystery. After that, key staff provide detailed briefs on all classified matters, past and present. But with Faden, well, there's no protocol for field promotion. The girl's smart, has a good head on her shoulders. I'm trusting her to handle the hiss upstairs, while I hold them off here. All this shit with the nail, the board, I'm not sure she's ready. Besides, I work better alone.
Usually, people who say I work better alone just have very poor people skills. Not that I'm judging. Certainly a throwing stones in glass houses kind of situation for me. Okay, well, obviously we can do that. Is that what we're supposed to do? Is that where I was earlier? Yeah, yes. Yes, I think so. Kind of hard to read this map. Okay. Do not double tap the jump button like you are double jumping. Just hold the jump button like you are flying. Because if you double tap the jump button, you you jump up and then immediately start to descend. It's real bad. I really like what they're doing with the lighting in here. I wish I had a video card that was capable of the RTX ray tracing and real time reflections and light effects. So I've seen a little bit of that stuff online. If you have not seen what Control looks like on a one of those $2,000 video cards that's capable of all the fancy stuff, really go and look at it, because it's not like with most games where it's just oh, the effects look a little bit better. It really looks different in a way that's fascinating, and I wish I could have played it that way. That's a guy who's taking cover. Who takes cover? What are you, a coward? That's not even... Okay, hold on. That guy's low enough that he could be converted. I need a shield. Gonna wait for... Nope, never mind. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I was trying to, there's a spike patch over there. I was trying to raise that, but apparently I raised a wall over here, trapping me in with this guy and his very powerful rifle. I bet if I had just meleeed him, I would have been fine, because the melee has such force that it knocks people back. Well, the good news is we did just hit a new control point. I should absolutely have put the shield up before doing the seize. It was just like a lot of extra damage that I did not need to take. Which way is forward? Forward is this way, maybe? The problem with the map and control, and it's not a problem in the sense that like, oh, they should fix it because it's bad and broken, is that it's just, you know, it's just tricky. It's tricky in a way that's probably meant to be a little confusing. Is that almost every area in the game is multiple levels, but the map is straight down, pure 2D. Come on. There we go. Ow! Okay, wasn't prepared for that. Probably noticed this is my go-to move when I'm panicking. Just like fly and then figure it out later. Fly, put up the shield, and, you know, just like hope. Oh, let me back up, let me back up. Wow! Our convert here did some fine work. Get down. Part of the problem I'm having is that the normal melee button doesn't fire the ground slam punch. And in my head, that's how it should work. Because, you know, you should do melee attacks with the button that does the melee attacks. That's why I keep doing a stationary punch in midair. Every single time you have seen me throw a punch while flying, I was trying to do the ground pound. It's an issue of not having played the game in a while. Listen, who wants to play a game where they never lose? What fun is that? We'll be okay here. I'll be a little bit more judicious with my early resources. Did it again. Trying to just wound that guy a little bit. Okay. We might be able to get the other dude, too. I see him. I see the dude above me. Don't worry. Aha, there we go. 2 converts. Now, my friends here need a little bit of help. I'm not sure how many... I'm not sure how many converts I'm allowed to have at once. It may be the case that I could just grab a ton of these guys. Nope, did it again. Come on. This would probably be a good time to change it up a little bit. Oh god, Jesse, run! Okay, yeah, try to melee attack me from up here. Wait, no, how do I... There it is. I knew I could do it. Okay. Unfortunately, when you seize them, they return to full health, so they're good combatants again immediately. Well, I know they really want me to use that send spikes up from the ground attack, but also, that, it's very hard to aim when looking in the direction of one of those things. Alright. This is my least favorite part of this game, by the way. The mod system. It's just like, at a certain point, you should probably have options that allow you to just automatically pulp anything you pick up. I would set that threshold at 4. Just automatically deconstruct anything you pick up that is rank 3 or lower. And I know I have a couple of 3s equipped, but... Well, listen, I'm looking for upgrades. One of those explosive things. We should probably not stand near that. Another one. So this is just cover. I mean, that's cool, I guess. The game does have slightly unusual controls. Alright, let's hope that the next room is a little bit less embarrassing for me. Wait, where do I go now? Oh no, okay, that is in fact high enough. I thought there was going to have to be another little intermediary step there. So I mean, this is being lit in a very conspicuous way, but it doesn't look like there's much I can do with it. So I'm supposed to be going to the warehouse, which I don't actually know how to access. I don't know where the warehouse is. There's a ritual that we need to complete. See, we came from down there earlier. It's entirely possible I'm not supposed to be here yet. Oh, hey, this looks significant. It's true that destroying all Hiss nodes will lower Hiss barriers. And ordinarily, that's the kind of thing where I'm, like, making fun of the game a little bit, but also it's been a while and I, might have needed that information. It's possible. Okay. So where is there another Hiss node? Aha! This is maybe too big of an item for this. Okay, my concern was that it was not going to fit through the window. Those don't respawn, do they? Are there any more out here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's one right there. And it's inside the elevator shaft, so just set you down gently. I can remember how to set things down gently. I just can't remember how to do anything useful. Does the elevator have an open top? Also, was that sound the elevator not coming? I guess there's no power. Right, open this. We got a sort of a chicken and the egg problem here. I can't get to the battery pack without the Hiss barrier going down, but I can't... That is definitely on the inside of that... Oh no, okay, that was... The elevator was coming. How do I... okay. Well... How are we gonna get access to that node? Definitely no way through the roof. Oh, little close. Oh. Because if I send the elevator away, it's gonna... Well, I mean, I guess we gotta try it. Nope, that's not. It actually won't even let you leave the elevator. Huh. So how are we supposed to access... There was a chest there. How are we supposed to access a thing above the elevator in the elevator shaft? When the door only opens when the elevator's here, the elevator has a solid roof with no standard video gamey... Wait a second. This isn't where I just was. Is this as high up as the elevator naturally goes? I keep thinking I see a prompt on the other side of the bars there. Yeah, this is as high as the elevator naturally goes. You can only access that by calling it from up there until you put the battery pack in, which we did not do on account of, everything. What? No. Here we go. Look at how graceful. Alright, well, the good news is we don't need to run all the way back up. We just need to run as far as the next control point. Still very creepy. Very creepy effects there. Okay. I do have 2 ability points. Shield Rush was 4. Alright. We'll get there. Fast travel to the warehouse tunnel. And did that move? Hold on. That didn't move me at all. Is this actually the closest? Yeah, okay, I guess this is pretty close. Well, without knowing where we're going, really, think we're going to the right place. Should probably stop and take in some cave paintings every once in a while. The eyes are watching you, and everybody will cheer, because they love it when a person who doesn't love to see another person get watched. Why, it's human beings' favorite pastime. Just form endless chains of people watching people watching people. This is kinda, it started as a silly joke, but the more I say it, the more I think, this is kinda true. Internet culture has proven that maybe this is actually a thing. Do not like the sound of those things cracking beneath me. No, see, this is totally a control point, and it totally would have been better to be here. So I guess what that's actually saying is that maybe I'm not going the right way. Because I'm certainly not reaching the warehouse. Alright. This control point is called Warehouse Rise. Oh, the red thing is just marking where I am. It's not marking the one closest to the objective. Well, then we really didn't need to do all that running. Listen, you know how I love methods of transit, and running is one of the best? Maybe? Possibly? Okay. Now we're back. Now we're in the place where we are supposed to be. I still need to figure out this problem. Is there a gap in the fencing anywhere? No. There's a ladder, which is conspicuous, but not actually useful as far as I could tell. Calling the elevator up here doesn't seem to help much. I'm wondering if I'm just... I mean, it's almost gotta be I'm missing something like stupid obvious, right? Hey, ladder, come here. Okay, yes, you can just... Despite the fact that the hiss node was very obviously on the inside of the fence, you can just slam a thing against the outside of the fence, and it totally works. Well, fine. I'm a little annoyed by that, but it's fine. Okay, and now that that's plugged in, we can actually go to the elevator machine room and the upper warehouse. I'm curious about the elevator machine room. This is the elevator machine room. I'm curious about the upper warehouse. Right, because I know what floor 3 looks like already. I knew we weren't on that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's getting real hissy up here. Well, that's disconcerting. I really love that title treatment, and I'm going to love it every single time it comes up, but it has said more impressive things to us than the word warehouse. Oh, wait, I remember this. Yeah, at some point we figured out that you can destroy things that have that painting on them. A hidden control point? Why would there be a... Huh. That's a really weird thing to put behind a fake wall. Especially to have Polaris call out... I guess maybe this is a tutorial. Maybe this is designed to teach you, like, hey, you completed the game to get here. Now we're going to show you that this is... Now we're going to signify this thing for you. Because I don't think it ever signifies it in the main game. We found it by accident. This is another door/tree. We're going to just have a look around here before we go touching that. Huh. Cave wall looks a little different than... And then, of course, astral plane everywhere. Alright, well... Let's knock, I guess. This one's going to lead to the ocean view. Nope, it led to angry people. Oh my god! Was that a... What was that? Get him! Fight for me! Yeah, something... Oh, right! This thing. I remember this thing. I was really hoping I'd be able to hit him in the back of the head with that. Here's the bad news. I remember this enemy with the turning invisible and everything. I don't remember how we fight it. I remember that there was like a specific method we were using. Those things are very good at evading gunfire. Ow. Was it having a shield and then you fling the shield at it when it appears? Oh man, I wish I could remember. See you. You are not as stealthy as you think you are. Okay, that kind of worked. Sorta. Alright, so it's gonna run at us. I mean, it blasts my shield. Here's my new plan. I'm going to try to make it run at us onto the spikes. Okay, that works. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, this room is 100% just designed so that you will constantly be doing that thing. And I get it, and I appreciate it. But it's a little transparent. It's a little video gamey. And, you know, everybody hates it when a video game is like a video game. Another thing that I said partially in jest, but is actually weirdly kind of true. Oh.
Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
Huh. Were we supposed to destroy it? I think we're supposed to destroy it, right? Okay, that didn't really work. Maybe I'm supposed to fix it? I'm kind of like drawing out the rock and making it whole again? Okay, yeah, just making it beautiful and spherical once more.
Just doing my job.
Apparently. Director of the Bureau of Control is a job you kind of learn after you do it.
Got this covered.
Okay, this is still... I kind of thought that maybe I would be able to do more stuff here after... I mean, I'm going to jump. Obviously, we're going to jump because I'm curious, but it probably is just going to... Okay. No, it's an actual place. Oh, it's this room. So wait, where does that put us relative to... Okay, the other objective is still very far away, actually. Do I want to... I don't want to be going this way, though. I want to be this way. Right, because we just want to jump down? I think? Oh, there we go. That's the button. They're right next to each other. Creepy human figures. Always creepy human figures. You know what I should be doing is I should just be going to the control point. We have a control point unlocked that is way closer to the place we're going than the place I was going to walk to. Oh, also lots of ability points. Shield Rush. Hell yeah, double the damage. It's worth having. It's worth having twice. Shield energy recovery actually does seem like a useful thing. We'll have to build up some skill points. Some ability points, rather. So the Crossroads is definitely the place we want to jump to now. I have a feeling we're going to be jumping to the Crossroads quite a bit. That is definitely... Oh, right. I was going to say, that one's definitely a human figure, but yeah, of course it's a human figure. This is, like, our people. Okay, that's the control point. I think we did everything around here, except I didn't actually look at all the cave paintings, probably, but, you know, I'm easily distracted. So that way. That is the way we want to go now. To the base camp. Canyon Rim. So this would be the other ability, maybe. Maybe that's how they separate it? Hey, Nail, you want to help me out here a little bit with the thing? No? Okay, well... Oh! Emily!
Jesse, hey!
Emily,
How's it going?
what are you doing down here, Emily?
What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needed me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is...
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating? I never even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire Bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane. Funny, I think it's put itself back together a bit.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. Do you think Darling knew about this?
I'd put money on it. That reminds me, have you seen Marshall? She contacted me over the hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jesse. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes.
Yeah, no problem. I'm committing it all to video, so... facial animation is less good, yeah?
And a couple of my instruments have already broken.
I thought the facial animation in the base game was really excellent, very human-y and expressive, even when the figures didn't always look exactly human, which was definitely the case with Ms. Pope here on occasion. But yeah, not as good in that in that little interaction there. So I'd like to underline one more time. We have no idea. Everybody's talking like we know how the hotline works. We have no idea how the hotline works. Can I punch it? Nope. I guess maybe we just have to go in a different way. Oh, you know what? I had been assuming that path that leads through the dark area there was connecting back to the crossroads, but I guess it probably just runs straight through? Maybe. Let's try to go around that way, I guess? So we would just want... I don't even know. We want to be on the bottom level, it looks like. I think darker is lower. To be perfectly honest, maybe we just want to run from here, then. Maybe. We're going to find out. This is the authentic experience of playing this game. Sometimes you get lost. And by you, I mean me. And by me, I mean us. Because what are you going to do about it? Step over here and show me where to go? No, you're going to yell at your monitors and maybe throw popcorn. And that's fine, you know. There's not a lot of food I would advocate that you throw at your monitors, but it's probably fine to do with popcorn. At some point here, we're going to re-encounter some of these gaps we couldn't get across before. It's this button. Nope, it's this button. There we go. Now I've got myself... I'm very panicked. I'm like second-guessing myself constantly. Oh. Well, this is probably the way forward again. Was there a combat in this room before? You, I need to seize you. People are shooting grenades at me? Is that what's happening? These guys are not that dangerous. Just don't ever get on the ground. Oh, they do throw their things at you. Oh, also they teleport a little bit. Sometimes while you're looking at them, which makes it look a little hacky. Change forms. Ow. Harder to hit the head than I was hoping. Okay, we desperately need to get down out of the ground. Out of the ground? Onto the ground. Out of the air. Where's that guy who was shooting at me? Looks like my little buddy there was going after him. I may have obliterated them both in the panic. Yeah, that'll do. I'm starting to get the hang of this again. Again, it helps that I can cheat and just decide not to be on the ground anymore. I changed weapon forms there because I was like, wow, it's dark down here. I should throw a flare and hit F, because apparently I've played enough Deep Rock Galactic that has become a reflex. Alright, so we want to go this way. Somewhere up here, there's a place where we went one direction, but we could go a different way, and maybe it will lead to the place we want to go. I want to exit this room to the right. There's absolutely a control point right here. So which one is this? This is the warehouse. It looks like it looks like we're on the wrong floor now. Diagrams are not super easy to read. Again, it's just not a good map for multiple floors. Okay, this is the direction, though. Yes. Right, we opened this. Now we're going to get to this thing, and it's still not going to be openable because it was designed to be opened by the other ability, or... You know, there was that exploder over here. Is it going to regrow? Maybe not. I was going to pick it up and hurl it at this. It does kind of seem like this would be... I guess that just depicts a massive cave-in. Well, how are we going to get over there? There are a couple of areas that are question marks on our map. We could just go to one of those. I mean, it's a real bummer that I can't go any further here, because like she could clearly fit. We could just walk through. If not for the cave system itself erecting a non-Aristotelian barrier that, you know, etc. There's always an explanation if you want there to be one badly enough. It might not convince anyone but you. It probably doesn't convince you. But it's there, and that's what really matters. You guys mind? I'm, like, very busy. Can I just use the control point regardless of the fact that they're here? Yes. Just gonna bounce. Let's go back to the beginning cave system, because I do want to check out this question mark area over here just to the west of this. So here we have a one-way door, and also a box that I missed somehow. It's encased in rock. Okay, never mind. Deep cavern. Can't go into the deep cavern from this side. So we want to go this way. Oh, actually, it's... I mean, that does look like... Yeah, we can make a platform out of that. Didn't take off high enough. But then what? Can we make it up here? Ooh, we can. Okay, this could be something meaningful. It's certainly a place we couldn't have gotten to before. That's a big rock bit. So yeah, they made us choose between build and destroy, and that has changed the options for paths that are available to us, but I'm sure we can get everywhere. It's just a matter of it happening in different orders. This is like a shipping container, or... Huh. It's definitely a weird thing. VHS tape supplement. This item's creation is the source of much research and debate. It was a product of the Bureau's first attempts to film some entity during Operation Shallow Tide. An agent was able to conceal themselves in an area frequented by Ahti, at which point they began filming. The agent reported that the video camera showed no signs of disturbance during the filming. Later, when reviewing the footage, the research staff became mesmerized by its altered effect. Yeah, Ahti has that effect on people. Measures were taken and altered evaluation began. Never before have Bureau personnel been so closely involved in the creation of an altered item. The experiment was quickly replicated, though not with the same results. The footage was simply useless in every subsequent attempt. This event spawned a great debate as to whether altered items are created by paranatural entities, intentional or otherwise. Similar experiments were prohibited soon after, see the Ash Act for details, as the creation of altered materials was deemed an action the Bureau should not engage in. Yeah, it can have some consequences that we maybe don't fully understand. Well, I'd like very much to know, these are bones. Let's not think too hard about it. Oh, I thought I was on the door side of that, or the button side of that door. Where does this lead? Interestingly, nowhere. That door is here for flavor text reasons only. It's like, well, how else would they have gotten into this area? And I have no idea what we accomplished by putting in that power cube. It's possible the lights down there by that document weren't on before. I didn't actually look. Okay, it's getting pretty astral in here. And then this area is just a weird dead end. Huh. Well, that's strange. But I guess it was worth coming back for. I'm always eager to read some creepy documents about Ahti. So where the hell am I going now? There's more stuff to look at. Oh, hey guys, who I definitely saw there. That guy turned invisible. I thought maybe I could still hit him. But maybe it's less invisible than it is teleported. Nope, can't seize him. Ow. Use his body as a weapon. Come on, one of you get low enough to seize. Am I not able to seize? I think I was just low on energy. Alright, you, fight him. Or I'll fight him, whatever. Alright, we're gonna... Aw. I'm gonna totally shield rush the hell out of this guy. That didn't work. There we go. Did it do a lot of damage? Okay, yeah, that's pretty significant. Come on, energy. And he's just going to be throwing his axes at him, right? But it's better than nothing. Oh, is that guy low enough to seize yet? I'm having a hell of a time dealing damage to this guy. Probably because I'm, mostly not actually making contact. They're actually really hard to shoot when they're directly above you. There we go. Alright, now he can kill his friend because I'm having a lot of trouble getting it done. Okay, there you go. If you just keep throwing stuff at them, eventually they fail their dodge. That was sloppy. And I just... Nope, you can't even disassemble it on the ground. You have to make room for it and then disassemble it in your inventory. I don't understand that. Why that system is designed that way. It seems So obviously, like, not the not the way it should be. Is there a crystal thing we can extend in the wall here? Because there's definitely more of those bridges up there. No, it looks like there's not really a good way to climb this chamber. And like the stuff above us is clearly traversable. I guess we can get in from the cave bleed, maybe, it looks like. Let's continue on. The cave bleed is the astral room, right? Okay, so there's a couple of different ways to go here. We can't go that way, although I think we could if we could destroy the walls, although it looks like it doesn't go anywhere. Ah! The second I stepped forward, all of them went off simultaneously. Okay, so this way leads back around. Actually, this might be useful to us. This way leads back around to those bridges up there, so we can check out. Oh, is there actually not... I had assumed that these things that we couldn't scale before... Ooh, okay. Would have crystals that I had just not noticed, but I guess not. I guess it's not that simple. Well, that's a shame. Part of the reason we came back here was for these. Okay, well then there's not really anywhere to go except the cave bleed. Yeah, this is not ideal. I had this happen once or twice during the core game too, where I just got a little bit lost for a minute. So when we came out of the cave bleed, we went up toward the crossroads, but there is actually another exit. Hoping that we will not have to fight enemies here. No such luck. What is that? What is that? It's... Oh, this is one of the flying ones that's going to charge us, right? Oh no, it's just a guy who was, like, weirdly bent down. Okay, well... He dropped a bunch of health items, because we shot him in the face. Ow. I did not see the flying guy that threw the projectile that killed us. That's a shame, because the cave bleed's kind of inconvenient to get to. It's like... Nothing in Control is really very far from a control point, but this is maybe like the farthest thing from a control point in this area. It would actually be faster to go to the crossroads point and just come backwards. If we're just going to the cave bleed room. I wanted to check out the stuff we saw earlier first, but... Yeah, I wonder, with those rooms that you can't traverse... not having crystal deposits in them, I wonder how you are intended to do them. Maybe they're just one-way doors. You know, you can obviously come down from the higher end. Okay, so from this side, we're a little closer to the exit we want to use. But I do not exactly see how to get up there. Start with this. I mean, that looks like it would be the way. I'm nowhere close to being that high, right? Yeah. How would we get up there? Maybe... Does it look like I could... Maybe I could get on top of that? No, I'm definitely too low. This, I mean, it must be the case that you can only come in from there rather than... Huh. It does kind of look like if you fell back to Research Site Gamma, maybe there's a way across? But also, maybe not. Yeah, this is a bit baffling. Oh, Jesse just did not want to fly there. That's alright. It wouldn't be the oldest house if you didn't get lost once in a while. That's the whole point. Well, that and the oldness. Stuck on the
Give us a
floor.
call on the radios if you need help out there, Director.
Okay, I need help out. Help. Please help. Let me maybe go talk to Emily again. Maybe she will have some thoughts. She has never been terribly useful.
Director. Jesse, you're back. So did
I
you find
sure
anything
am.
Noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards.
Oh,
I
yeah.
picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access. Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Well, keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
Okay, well that's definitely interesting. Not exactly what I came here for, but something to do. Oh, well, I mean, if all I have to do is reach base camp, apparently we can just go down here. Oh yeah, that totally is an open path. I didn't see that little string of connected gray there. Well, it's a good thing I came back here to talk to Emily, or I would not have noticed this. So, you know, victory. That's obviously the plan the whole time. I was just building suspense. You know, it's good for the drama. It makes the content more engaging. You might feel the opposite, but you're wrong. But you're wrong. It turns out the audience doesn't get to decide that. I'll tell you when you're entertained. Thank you very much. So I really, really wish that Jesse had a flashlight. Well, I mean, we're back in the Foundation for sure. Oh, this is, like, not the direction that I was supposed to be going in. There's something really unsettling about the long, uniform lines of columns. I don't know what that is, but I do not like that. It makes me feel unhappy. Okay, so there's a thin connected line of gray here. Could we actually get somewhere over here? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, shoot, I thought I was onto something here. Just scour this and make sure we've picked up all of the stuff. Okay, this is interesting. This is the wrong way. It's interesting. Oh, hey. Still the wrong way, and still very interesting. To all Foundation personnel, it has come to my attention that members of our exploration teams have been relieving themselves of their God-given liquids in the chasms of the Foundation. What is it about old military-ish guys and fluids? As per earlier orders, all personnel currently serving in the Foundation must expel fluids/urinate/do their business exclusively into the correctly colored and labeled vials provided by research personnel. He has been spending too much time with the board. To do otherwise disrupts the ongoing study of the Foundation and demonstrates a profound disrespect, not only for the board and its oldest house, but also for the bureau you so proudly serve. If I discover firsthand any agents treating the Oblivion as their personal lavatory, they will be forced to go down there and personally clean up their mess. Absolutely terrifying. Okay, well this is cool. I was ready for it. I saw the telltale signs of something being screwed up. Alright, blow up your friends. Blow up your friends. Okay. Ooh, man. Those things can just be absolutely packed full of those dudes, huh? Oh god, there's more! Fortunately, I'm very good at panicking. Some might say it's my primary skill. Punch him and then run! Oh. How many more? Many. Several. More than one by a bunch. But what if we just threw a rock at them? And then we threw a them at them. There's definitely more guys. These ones are trying to be sneaky. Okay. Well, good then. Is that... yeah, there's no actual loot in there. It was just full of trap. Well, you know, still cool. Cool stuff, not useful stuff, but cool stuff. Alright, let's see if we can talk to Emily again, maybe. Because every time I talk to her, I feel like I come away with a little bit more of the picture. Oh, also, how did I miss this while I was coming down? That one just has some energy renewal. Really? There we go. Apparently you can hit your head on that ledge if you're not careful. So we do still need to find a way to reach the base camp. Emily, do you have any ideas? Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Please don't feel threatened by this. I'm not trying to show off. There we go.
The Rangers have tapped into an old radio network they found around the Foundation. So if you need backup, just call them at one of the stations.
Oh, really? He was being serious about that. I'm curious about the Foundation.
How did the Hiss get into the Foundation?
Same way we did, I imagine. But you need to remember that the Hiss are the embodiment of persistence. Their nature seems to be one of force, to find every possible vulnerability and exploit it. Their only goal is consumption.
I'm sure there's plenty of goodies for them down here. The nail, for instance.
If the Hiss could corrupt the nail, I'm sure they would have by now. It must not interest them in its broken state. They could be distracted by the numerous unknown paranatural materials I'm sure are lying around. These are the roots of the oldest house. The Hiss will find plenty of ways to make trouble.
They're pretty good at that.
There's definitely some interesting thematics going on here.
So you've never heard of the Foundation, huh?
I've never even seen the name referenced. Clearly it's highly classified, but for what reason? The problem with these kinds of closed-off hidden areas is that they were likely sealed for good reason. But now no one is left to tell us what that reason was.
Any guesses why the Bureau would hide something like this?
I only know what I've observed. This place is spatially rigid, which means it doesn't shift like the rest of the oldest house. And before you ask why that is, I have to admit that I'm clueless. There's some signal interfering with my equipment, making it hard to get a clear reading. It's being emitted from the floor. Maybe I should have brought a jackhammer.
The astral plane is already taking chunks out of this place, Emily. Let's not add to it. So let me get this straight. The astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation.
Correct.
And that's happening because the nail is damaged.
I'd say it's a bit more than damaged, but yes, that is my understanding.
So what's the connection between the nail and the astral plane?
It's a good question. See, I always pictured objects of power as strings between our plane and the astral. If the nail has a similar relationship, then maybe it's more accurate to think of it like plumbing. Now that the nail is busted, sewage is gushing everywhere.
Not the prettiest metaphor.
It's the facial animation during that one was way better. It's weird.
I should get back out there.
Agreed. The astral bleed won't stop itself.
Okay, well then I will go and do that because I definitely, obviously, know where I'm doing and what I'm going. Okay. Reach the base camp. So if we can't get through here, and we can't get through the small gray area illuminated... I mean, it's not as simple as just like walking over here and holding E, right? Nope. Maybe I should go back to where we completed the warehouse thing. Let's fast travel ourselves back to the secret hidden control point. Is that this one? Maybe I missed I don't know, a something. Maybe I missed a switch I was supposed to hit or something. Whatever the Bureau of Control version of a switch is. Because it really feels like the game thinks I should be able to just get through that doorway. And the fact that I can't is totally bumming me out, man. Right, this is pretty dead-endy. So this drops us down into the bottom part of the warehouse. Hey, we could try to access that thing she gave us the skeleton key for, but it's not going to be progression, right? It's not actually going to be part of the thing. It's just for her little side quest, which is, you know, listen, I'm not trying to denigrate her side quest. I'm sure it's very important. Obviously, I don't want to get grabbed here. Ow. Come on. It is still, after all this time, not clear to me why those guys dodge sometimes, but not other times. Let's see if we can make ourselves a friend. Same deal with these guys. Sometimes very dodgy, not always very dodgy. Why? What's the difference? A little bit of friendly fire. Sorry there, friend. Hey, those axes curve in the air. Did you see that? Come on, let me access the things. I must not have enough juice. There we go. Ah! Additional guy. Very stealthy. Boy. The number of projectiles that this gun fires is still insufficient. Like, I'm still seeing large areas of the firing area not getting any projectiles. Come on, step forward a little bit. There we go. Jesus. Alright. Bottom floor of the warehouse. I mean, we've been down there. So from here, where it dropped us, again, very difficult to tell anything of value from the map because of the multi-leveledness of the area. Well, there's a control point right here at least. I'm going to go ahead and just drop down. And we're going to see about... I don't like that. It's uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. It gives me a twinge. Okay, so the bottomest floor of the area. Do I use the elevator to access? No, okay. This is what she said, right? It was at the bottommost floor? I'm just curious if we can go down. I know we won't be able to do whatever it is we're supposed to do down there because we don't have the 5 key cards, but here we go. This thing. I just want to look around inside. Oh, well, one of the key cards was down here.
For a cartographer.
Dr. Ash, as Chief Excavation Officer, it's my job to support the research team, so I got you your machine for that ridiculous sand research project. However, it's also my responsibility to ensure the safety of my crew. Do you know how many trips it took to get an entire bulldozer down here piece by piece? And do you know how many of my guys we lost in those trips? Here's a hint. Too fucking many. Which brings me to my point. I'm writing you today because of this request form that just landed on my desk. Apparently, you want a lightweight 1 or 2 man military-grade helicopter for the purpose of surveying the vast expanse of columns by air. I bet you didn't even stop to wonder how much time, money, effort, and blood this toy would cost us. Well, no, sir, I am sorry, but I will not subject my men to another month of marching through that death trap upstairs. For Christ's sake, these people have families, not that they ever get to see them anymore. Request denied. Subject out of your damn mind. You know what I like most about the Bureau of Control is the professionalism. Well, I mean, there's some interesting equipment around here. So what is the thing into which I would put the keycards? Is it the access panel for the elevator? Nope, no access to the elevator. Actually, not a lot going on down here aside from that keycard. Don't touch. Okay, that is not useful. I kind of didn't figure it would be. The game has not so far required us to pay a lot of attention to environmental clues. Okay, well, I mean, this is interesting. It got me another keycard at least. But unfortunately, not a lot of forward progress of any kind. So we can't access the door off the cave bleed. Not yet, anyway. The entrance from the crossroads is blocked. That big black area up top is a cave-in. But, like... I mean, there is that... We're just gonna go look at that, what looks like a dead end there into the cave-in area. Just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. That one there. Which guy are you? You are the warehouse tunnel. Yeah, okay, it is absolutely blocked off. We can see that there's stuff behind it. But again, with no access to the ability to destroy things. Well, I seem to have gotten myself a little bit turned about here. This is maybe a good place to call it for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. The next episode is going to be tomorrow, and when you come back, by then, I will have scoured this area. I will have figured out how to progress. And probably we will not run around in these same 3 tunnels for another hour. Probably. 70% certain. And we'll see you then.